Oh, hey y'all, how's it going? Fatty here, and thanks for joining me on another Genesis 2 video. Now this time it is going to be how to tame the Shadowmane. Now there's been a lot of misinformation and a lot of people who just kind of, I'm not going to put it lightly, just bullshit their way through this and put on admin commands, make it so they can't die, so their aggro range is really low, put the taming rate up as high as possible so it looks like it just is like the easiest thing to do, and that is not how it works. So let's just jump into it, not waste any more of your time, and show you the real way to tame a Shadowmane. So now before you even go hunt to see where you can find your very first Shadowmane, you're going to need a couple of things. The first thing you're going to need is a full set of ghillie suit. You're not going to be taking damage if you do this right, so you're not going to need a really nice one. A primitive one will do just fine. I also recommend, highly recommend cactus broths. It's not 100% necessary, but I did find these Shadowmanes, especially if you just were walking up to them and you didn't have a cactus broth or ghillie suit, like 99% of the other stuff that I've seen online, that it just, they'll aggro on you from so far away. So the cactus broth lowers your aggro range, and it's really easy to get. If you just do like one mission, you should get enough points to be able to buy the stuff from HLNA to actually make it. So it's super easy. You don't even have to worry about finding the resources to really farm those up. Other than that, what you're really going to need is a bunch of fish baskets. Now, I have found out through a lot of different like trial and error testing, do not feed them salmon. Salmon is complete crap. I don't even know if you can really find salmon on this map. I haven't come across them yet. But you're also going to need the fishing baskets to capture a bunch of piranhas, or just the regular fish. Now, I did some testing, and the fish and the piranha tested pretty similar. The only caveat is I could find bigger piranhas a little bit easier, and they swim at you, and the piranhas are going to attack you, so that makes it a little easier to kind of draw them in towards the fish baskets to collect them. So I actually kind of found the piranhas were a little bit easier of a method, but it's, you know, it's really up to you. I didn't notice a huge difference between those two. So if you have all that stuff collected and you're ready to go out and tame one, what you're going to need to do is be on the left-hand side of the map. The kind of purple zone is what I call it, and within that, you're going to be in this like 4-6 block radius from, I would say, anything below the 60 latitude line, and from the 0 to the 20 longitude line, anywhere kind of along the riverbanks is where you're going to find them. Now, these guys do eat fish, that's why you need the fish baskets and whatnot. So being next to the river basket, or being next to the riverbanks makes kind of a lot of sense, right? Because that's just where they would naturally kind of find those things if you're trying to think of it as like a whatever biome or anything. So from that point, though, you can really just find them and get them pretty easily from this point. So what you also might need to do is, this isn't necessary, but I found this to be really easy for me. Now, they're usually in a couple packs, so you're going to see a couple of them. So if you bring a net gun, you can actually net the Shadowmanes, which makes it really easy, and you can actually get your very first feeding off of it. Once you net it, you back away for a little bit, and you'll notice it will fall asleep. Oh, no, gallbladder, I have to back up a little bit. The times, well, whatever, you guys don't worry about it. The times that these guys are going to be awake are not during the night, and I found it is going to be from about 8 a.m. on like the clock time of the world to about 12 to 1. So it's actually a pretty short window when they're sleeping. I found after noon, they kind of will fall asleep sometimes, but they wake up pretty easily. So really, you're going to want to go at 8 o'clock, because it does take a couple times to feed. So if you don't go right away, sometimes I had the taming meter start to drop on me. So I really think that you have to just be kind of quick about this one if you really want to get your Shadowmane. So that's going to be the window that you're going to need to go. So when you do, you see the pack, you can net a couple of the ones that you really don't want so they stay in place, and then kite the one that you do want a little further away. Then when you do, just net them, step far away, pop your cactus broth, make sure you have your ghillie on, and you will notice even when he's netted, he'll pop up for a second, but then he'll do the spin around, and then he'll go back down, and then you can go up and feed him. Just put the fish basket in your very last inventory slot, go up and feed him. Now, a lot of YouTubers and different people making videos, that's where they stop. It's like, oh, that's all you have to do. It's super easy. Absolutely fucking not, man. If you go up there and you feed it, it will aggro a lot of the ones near you if you're too quick. If you don't run away, it will jet boost out of there, and then it's not gone. You can track it with like the taming tracker, but if it boosts away, but close enough that you're still in its aggro range, it will attack you, and then the whole thing's kind of messed up. So the best thing you can do is feed it, and then I always just take off running, because it plays an animation and it won't aggro on you during that little animation time. So if you sprint away, It will go invisible. You'll see its little footsteps, and if you put on the dino tracker, not like the item, but in the menu when you start to tame something, you put that on, you can follow it around and just kind of repeat these steps. Now, do not shoot it again with a net gun. I did find every time I did that, it resetted the taming effectiveness, which is not exactly what you want from the situation, right? So the first one is absolutely fine because it will reset it, but it doesn't lower your taming effectiveness or anything like that. So once you do that, you actually get a couple cool boosts if you actually finally do tame one. You don't need a saddle, but when you look into it, it does have an armor rating. Now, I believe this is mostly tied in with the levels, just kind of like the health and different stuff like that is, where it randomly rolls it. So you are going to have to tame a couple of these to try to find a good armor. I have not messed around with breeding or anything like that, so I don't know if that armor stat actually transfers with breeding or anything like that, but it'd be kind of interesting to know. Now, these guys do get a pack bonus, so if you have a mate boost and you press the X button, you're going to do this like yell, like this roar, kind of like the wolves do, and with that, you're going to get a huge bonus. You're going to get increased stamina and torpidity regeneration, so you're not going to get as much torpidity, and your stamina is going to be boosted greatly, as well as you're going to get the pack leader and the pack damage bonus as well. So it's just super insane. And if you hold the left click, you can teleport, and then the C kind of does the whole invisible thing for you. So I hope you guys helped this out. I know I was super frustrated when I was seeing all these YouTube videos and stuff about how to tame it, and none of them were absolutely working. And it took me like all night to kind of mess with it and actually find like the true way to do it. So if you guys like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Share with a friend who's seen one of those other junk videos and don't know how to tame one. And I will catch you guys in my next couple gen videos that are going to be coming out later today. So you won't want to miss that. So click the subscribe button. Peace.